Today is a little bit of truth. Truth about graduating. It's not all getting jobs and being all excited, or for some people it's going overseas. But for me, it's about getting a job. And that's the hardest part. So the first thing about graduating that really got to me is that it's completely different. It's exciting to graduate, but it's really hard once you get into it. So when you graduate, you think, okay, cool, now I can get a job and I can be awesome, making a lot of money, and I won't be broke. No, especially for me, because I live by myself. I have a home that I've got to pay for, I've got bills, I've got pets and everything like that. So I now don't have money from Centrelink, which is a thing here in Australia which helps you when you're studying, and multiple other things. So it helped me throughout my university 3 years time. So now that I've graduated, I don't get that. So I need to pay for everything that I have. So that's rent, electricity, my cat bills, my food, everything, my travel, all the things like that, my internet especially. So having to work at a really underpaid job on a lot of hours just to get that money is really hard. Nothing will be the same as when you're in university. It's completely different outside. So in university I had access to cameras, to lighting, to models, but now in the real time you have to pay for models. You have to find the right model and you have to be friends with that model if you want to pay for free. So it's just really hard to go through all that suddenly without all this resource that you had before that you took advantage of, and especially money. So now being in a job where I need to pay my bills and everything like that, you're always out, you're always working, and you think, oh, I've graduated, now I've got time on my hands. No, you do have time on your hands, yes. So you go to work and you come home, you either stress about getting a job, or you play Sims, or you apply for jobs. So there's 3 different options there, and I usually go for the Sims and the stressing about getting for jobs. So think about what jobs you want to apply for and think in advance. It's really different once you're actually out in the world. It's really hard. Everything is the same. So when you graduate, you are still broke. I'm still broke. I have no money. I still have to work my ass off for money. Everything is still the same. You are still lazing around your bed. You still don't have that full-time glamorous life. So everything exactly the same. It's really hard to be completely different as soon as you graduate. I'm still at my underpaid job. I'm still working in a supermarket. I'm still unable to pay for certain things that I want to get. You have to think about what you're going to eat that week and whether you're going to have enough food to last you throughout the entire week until you get paid next. And it's really hard to do that. It's still the same. You're still broke. Sorry love, you're still broke. The third thing is internships. So in my career I have to have internships, and for some others you can get paid for them, but for me it's free. So you do not get paid for anything. Some of them you might get transport money, which I did find that some did, but it's not that much. It's maybe $60 a week, and it literally pays for your transport. That's it. I have to work a lot of hours in order to pay my rent, and there's my electricity, there's everything else. I'm going to keep listing it off because it's everything. So then you have a 9 to an ungodly hour in my career, because it's creative. You don't have a 9 to 5 job. You don't go home and sleep and then get up the next day. No, you have to do a lot at home as well. So it's, yes, let's just say 9 to 5. So 9 to 5 you're at that job, and then you got to have time after to go to your paid job so you can pay your bills. You're going to be exhausted. For me, I'm moving out in January. I'm moving out in 2 months' time of my lease into a different house. So I have to pay bond, I have to pay for the first month of rent, and I also have to pay for new stuff to go in that place, like a fridge, for example. And I can't afford to be doing an internship and also doing my normal job at the same time and try and save up $3,000 just so I can move. It's not great at all. So I have to wait until after January to apply for these internships, otherwise I can't move out. Simple. And then I'm going to have no home. So internships are really hard, and try search, do as many as you can while you're in uni, because then once you get out, you've got all this experience and it's just so much better, so much easier to get a job. I did have 2 internships while I was in uni, but that's nowhere near enough. Just try everything you can, put everything you can on your resume. Try, maybe even if you're a designer, freelance for as much as you can, because then it can go in your portfolio and you can say that was a real client, and it's helpful for you, whereas I only have 1 real client other than having my internships. So yeah, it's pretty hard, and try and think about that before you actually graduate. Otherwise, graduated, cool, internships, sorry buddy. And the 4th one is you're lost, you're scared, you don't know what to do with yourself, you don't know what to do with your free time now. You may have a job, awesome, may not be the job that you wanted. When you're a kid, you're like, cool, I'm going to go to uni and then I'm going to be rich and famous. No, it's not cool. You're probably still at McDonald's or, anywhere else. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're scared. I'm scared. I have been the most ambitious person you could ever meet, and I'm scared shitless. It's really hard to be in this world and have absolutely nothing to do. I don't know what to do with myself, but the thing is, if you're ambitious enough and you love your career enough, you'll find a job and you'll get there. You'll work hard, you'll network, you'll get there. And as much as you feel lost and scared, you need to fight through it, because the harder you fight, the further you will get. And I know I'm only within the first month of graduating and I may not be helping you a lot, but the best thing you can do right now is be strong and fight through it, because you're gonna know you're gonna be better along the track if you keep fighting through it. If you just laze around on your bed and doing nothing, you can do that, whatever, fine, go ahead. But if you laze around like me and do nothing about it, you're not gonna get anywhere. And just try your hardest to be the best you can and to get your name out there, because that's the most important part of this situation. Graduating is just as hard as being in your study. Thanks guys for watching. So I know I've given you only a little bit of details, but hopefully it's helped you to work a little bit hard too, and maybe, cheer me on a little bit, and hopefully the next video I make, it will be, woohoo, I've got a job, hey, yay, and now I've got no time to myself. Wonderful, great. Anyway, see you guys.